Do you ever find yourself caught in nostalgic conversations with family members, reminiscing about the good old days? I do. In my family, tales of old-fashioned frugality are as common as discussions about the latest tech trends. While I'm always mesmerized by stories of how my grandparents managed their finances and lived contentedly on so little, I've also found myself wondering, could these stories of old frugal habits be the secret sauce to today's financial challenges? One of the most vivid memories I have is watching my grandmother sit by the window, her glasses perched on her nose, mending a tear in my favorite shirt. I remember asking her once, why not just buy a new one? She chuckled and told me, why waste when you can mend? Mending a tear or fixing a button is not just about saving a few dollars. It's about valuing what you have and understanding the worth of every item. Let's break it down. Say, on average, you toss out 3 clothing items a year due to minor damages. If each piece costs around $20, that's $60 annually. Over a decade, a whopping $600, and that's a conservative estimate. There's an old saying, a stitch in time saves 9. In our case, a stitch can save both our hard-earned cash and the planet. So next time there's a tear or a missing button, perhaps it's worth reaching for the needle and thread before the credit card. When I feel so tired from work, I can't count the number of times I've been tempted by the call of takeout after a long day. But here's the real tea. Every time I opt to whip something up at home, my wallet and my waistline breathe a sigh of relief. Let's get real. Say you spend $15 on a single meal eating out. Do that 5 times a week, and you're shelling out $75. Now, contrast this with buying groceries for $50 that can last you the entire week with a variety of meals at your fingertips. Over a year, you're potentially saving upwards of $1,300. So next time you're contemplating that takeout menu, give cooking a shot. It might just be the perfect blend of savings, health, and culinary adventure. Now, I remember my grandma's kitchen vividly. She never reached for paper towels. Instead, she had this stack of neatly folded cloth napkins, each telling a story of dinners, spills, and celebrations past. Why buy, use, and toss when you can just wash and reuse? She'd say, here's a nifty fact for you. On average, families spend hundreds annually on disposable paper goods like napkins and towels. But what about a one-time investment in cloth alternatives? Yeah, it requires a bit more effort, but the cost over time. Pennies in comparison. Plus, have you seen the chic, stylish cloth napkins available nowadays? Your dinner setting can be both eco-friendly and elegant. Remember the mantra, waste not, want not? Going the cloth route embraces that to the fullest. So why not make the switch? Reduce waste, save a bundle, and be stylish while you're at it. All right, now confession time. I used to be the queen of one-time meals. Cook, eat, and whatever didn't make it to my plate went straight to the bin. But then, a light bulb moment. Why was I tossing perfectly good food, only to cook a whole new meal the next day? Did you know that the average family throws away a staggering 30% of their groceries? That's like going shopping, buying 3 bags of food, and leaving one in the parking lot. Think of the cash we're literally tossing out. Leftovers are like culinary gold. Today's roast chicken can be tomorrow's chicken salad. Last night's veggies, nutritious smoothie. Not only are you saving money, but you're also flexing those creative cooking muscles. So, next mealtime, before you even think of scraping that plate into the trash, pause. Give those leftovers another shot. Trust me, your future self and your wallet will thank you. Let me take you down memory lane for a sec. There was this beloved sweater I owned. Soft, the perfect fit, and just the right shade of blue. One fateful day, I tossed it in the washer, and out it came. Well, let's just say it only fit a teddy bear now. Heartbreak in the laundry room. Here's a little nugget of wisdom. Clothes wear out faster in the washing machine, especially our delicates. I once read a study stating that certain garments can lose up to 60% of their lifespan with machine washing alone. That's like buying a shirt and immediately cutting a huge chunk of its life away. We've all heard the phrase, take care of your belongings and they'll take care of you. Hand washing our precious delicates is the embodiment of that. Gentle care maintains the fabric's integrity and its vibrant colors. And from a money standpoint, think about it. Prolonging the life of your clothes means fewer shopping trips and more savings in the long run. It's not just about the garments, it's about the memories they hold. That dress from your best friend's wedding, the scarf from that unforgettable trip. Hand washing is a small price to pay for their longevity. Before you give in to the convenience of the machine, consider giving your delicates a gentle hand wash. Your garments will thank you, and so will your savings account. Do you remember those stories our grandparents used to share? The ones about trekking 5 miles to school, uphill both ways? While it might sound like an old-time exaggeration, there's a kernel of truth in there. Before our streets were jam-packed with cars, our ancestors' legs and bicycles were their primary modes of transport. Now I did a little digging, and guess what? The World Health Organization states that a brisk 30-minute walk daily can work wonders for our mental and physical health. And as someone who recently hopped back onto the bike saddle, I can vouch for the feel-good vibe cycling gives you. But here's the kicker. Beyond the health benefits, think of the moolah you're saving. With the ever-climbing fuel prices, opting to walk or cycle for shorter journeys is a no-brainer. And hey, if you're vibing with this pedal-powered or two-footed movement, do me a favor, smash that like button below. And now, let's play a quick game. Look around you right now. Spot anything that's old, maybe slightly worn, but still in good shape. Yeah, that thing you're thinking of tossing. Hold onto it for a sec. I've got this little quirk, right? Every time I'm about to get rid of something, I ask myself, can I give this a second life? More often than not, the answer is a resounding yes. That empty pasta jar, hello, new pen holder, and that t-shirt with a tiny stain, it's got funky rag written all over it. Fun fact, according to a study, an average household could save a significant chunk annually by merely repurposing items rather than buying new. That's a holiday trip, or perhaps those shoes you've been eyeing. Repurposing flexes those creative muscles and gives items a renewed purpose. We live in a world of plenty, but every little bit we save counts, both for our pockets and the environment. So next time you're on the verge of tossing something out, give it a moment. Think about its potential second life. And hey, if you've repurposed something recently, share it in the comments and let's inspire each other. A while back, I stared at this tiny patch of soil in my backyard and thought, what if? Fast forward a few months, and now I had my little green paradise. Growing my own food, even if it started with just some basil and rosemary, was game-changing. Have you ever tasted a tomato straight off the vine or snipped fresh cilantro right into your salsa? It's a burst of flavor you wouldn't believe. Not to mention the immense satisfaction you get knowing you nurtured it from seed to plate. Now you might think, but I'm no green thumb. Trust me, neither was I. But a study revealed that people who cultivate even a modest herb garden save a noticeable amount on their grocery bills. Imagine skipping that herb aisle and just heading to your balcony or backyard. Remember when I mentioned my garden? Well, here's a fun twist. I traded a bag of my homegrown tomatoes for a haircut. No cash involved. Sounds wild, right? Welcome to the world of bartering. Bartering is the age-old practice of swapping services or goods, completely ditching the money aspect. Think about it. Before currency even existed, our ancestors were trading fish for fruits, pottery for spices. It's not just historic, but downright practical. I've personally experienced the charm of bartering. Besides the clear perk of saving money, there's a special kind of community bond it fosters. It's two people acknowledging the value of each other's skills or products and finding a mutual ground. Kinda poetic, don't you think? Now, I know what's probably on your mind. Does this even work today with our complex needs? Surprisingly, yes, you'd be amazed at the modern bartering communities out there. A friend of mine swapped coding lessons for guitar sessions. Another exchanged baked goods for gardening tips. All right, my friends, ever peeked into your kitchen and realized you've got a mini cleaning arsenal right there? No, I'm not kidding. Let me tell you, the days I stumbled upon the magic of vinegar and baking soda were game changers. Now, before you roll your eyes, hear me out. I was skeptical too, but then I tried it. Not only did I save a chunk of my money, but my house smelled way less. Chemically. And the best part? I knew exactly what was going on to my surfaces. Just simple, non-toxic stuff. Baking soda, for example, is a champ at removing those stubborn kitchen stains. Splash some on a dirty surface, scrub, and voila! Sparkling clean. Vinegar, on the other hand, aces at tackling bathroom scum. A bit of a stink at first, but once it dries, the smell vanishes, leaving things spotless. The added benefit, you're not just saving money. You're taking a step towards a greener, healthier living space. And believe me, there's something super satisfying about whipping up your cleaning concoction. While the modern world has given us countless conveniences, sometimes looking back can offer solutions for a brighter, more sustainable future. What old-fashioned habits do you think should make a comeback? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more money-saving tips. Until next time, keep those coins in your pocket.